Hi everyone. I'm making this is half of a chicken, a poulet, and I'm going to be, instead of putting it on the stove, which is what I usually do, is sear it on the stove, flip it over. I'm going to go ahead, I flipped it over this time first, and I mean the upside down first, and then I flipped it over, and I wanted to get a nice sear on that. Usually you do service side down, and then you flip it over and you let it sear for a while. You stick it in the oven, and then you'll have like a nice juicy braised chicken or roasted chicken. But I'm going to braise this. I put in some spring onions. They're delicious right now. Right now you can get some beautiful spring onions. I took off the ends because they were already wilted. You could use them for stock, or you just feed them to your rabbit if you have one, or toss them. And then I have some just some Chardonnay. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Some Chardonnay, right? Okay. Bring that up a little bit. And usually I use a ceramic iron, but I'm not going to use a lot of vegetables, and I want to hurry up and get this cooked. So basically using the same technique as if you were frying your chicken, but you're actually kind of poaching it. And then I have some broth that I reserved. This is actually beef broth. It's okay. The chicken's going to overpower the beef, and then I put it up high. And then to bring it to a boil, I'm going to bring it to a boil in a minute here. And as I mentioned, I put these, oh, and I also put a couple of leaves, cloves of garlic here. Oh, these are spring garlic. That means, and you could use the stems if you want to. I mean, you could add some carrots if you want. Carrots are a little bit of a sweetener, so it'll sweeten it up a little bit. Or you could use, I'm actually making this for my dog. He's 16 and he's being really picky, and he wants my food. It's like cooking for a husband. No, I'm just kidding. It's like cooking for, and you don't feel like cooking, but my dog is really picky and he hasn't been eating his food, so I'm going to make him, I know it's got all this, doctor's order said that make it plain, but he's even being pickier with the plain. So I'm going to go ahead and feed him this. Once it's done, he'll get like the breast. I'll share it with him, minus the skin, because he's older, and yeah, he's being really picky. So anyways, I'm trying to get this all to boil. Like that. To boil. Okay. And okay, once it's boiling, you want to bring it up to a nice boil. So I like, then I'm going to cover it up. Trying to keep the camera, maneuver this with one hand. I'm swirling it around because I want the whole, see, it's boiling on both sides now. So once I give it to a nice rolling boil, then I'm going to lower it. See, I lower it. And allow it. So you want to bring it to a high boil, and then you lower it, and it'll continue boiling, and then you just go ahead and cover it. So I'm going to cover it, and then towards the end, as it's starting to, because a lot of the fluids are going to come out of the chicken, the fluids, the liquids, excuse me. The liquids are going to come out of the chicken, and they're going to commingle with the rest of the stock there, or well, this is now beginning to be like a stock. And then flip it over for a little bit longer. This is like making an oven for it. And just cover it. You don't have to put foil around it or anything like that. And then just cook it until it's tender. Cook it for simmer it for about a good 20-30 minutes. Flip it over for about another 10-15 minutes until it's fork tender. You can pull it apart. You may need to add a little bit more wine or water, because I already have all the stock I need. Or if it's still not, you want to make sure it's not pink on the inside, and you can temp it at I usually temp it between 185 to 200. Yeah, I mean, it's poultry. So okay, there you have it, and then maybe I'll make a sauce for the next one. All right, talk to you soon.